Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to a brand new game of Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Really happy that so many people are still into this, and yeah, I do hope to one day branch out and do some ADOM and Tome and maybe even some a Cataclysm Dark Ages Ahead and other kind of roguelike game. But of course, and I've said it before, and this has been true for years and years, Dungeon Crawl is by far my favorite. I mean, I played a ton of NetHack, and once I discovered Dungeon Crawl, I sort of never went back to anything else. Still really into it, and still have not ascended with a caster, which is what we're going to try to do today. Now, at this point, the Deep Dwarf Fighter Run, Episode 6 has just gone live. I believe Episode 6 is when I reached the bottom of the slime pits, but hadn't yet killed, I think, the royal jelly or whatever the heck its name is in there. So that video isn't done yet, but you know, a good part of the way through. Got some nice and helpful tips here and there, but I don't know how many of them are going to apply when we play a spellcaster, because of course as a spellcaster we're not going to be wearing big heavy armor. We might wield big heavy weapons. I suppose that's still entirely possible, but we're going to do most of what we're doing with spells. Now, your sort of more classic hardcore spellcaster would be the Deep Elf, and of course has nice, I don't know, mirror symmetry or something like that with having just played the Deep Dwarf. However, I've done a few attempts at the Deep Elf before, and they are fairly squishy, and I think that means there's a little bit less leeway when I get in trouble. And of course, I get into trouble, and we probably will try Deep Elf again. But one thing I hadn't realized is how great the Draconian can be to play as a spellcaster. I think the Gargoyle can do some impressive stuff too. Not all affinities. I don't remember if there's a way in here. Oh, list aptitudes. There we go. To get the aptitude, this is what I was gonna say. So if we look at the, not the melee stuff, but the spellcasting stuff, and we look at something like the Gargoyle, like they have a bonus to some things like conjuring and a penalty to most other things. But if we look at the Draconian over here as a baseline for spellcasting, it's got a penalty to hexes and charms and a penalty to base spellcasting. That's not entirely unusual, to be honest. That's not necessarily indicative of a real problem, and they're mostly neutral everywhere else. So they're very much generalist spellcasters, although I did get at least one message that said, oh, if you like generalist, you should play as a Knoll. Although, wait, what? That can't possibly be true. How could the... What? Have I just never looked at the Knoll before? I mean, I'm still going to play as a Draconian, but what? What's their deal? I'm just loading up the wiki page here. Knoll's experience abilities applies equally to all skills. They have sharp teeth, strong nose, jack of all trades, master of none. What? What? They have +8 to everything and +6 to all spellcasting? Oh, wait, hold on. Do they go up in all skills simultaneously? They can't selective learn. Everything's turned on all the time with them. Oh, that's so cool. And bad. Okay. So all your skills will all be around level 16 when you max out at level 27. Okay. Oh, that's so weird. So, I mean, it's sort of less good because you're not going to be able to hit, say, min delay with necessarily bigger weapons or spellcast. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Knolls. We're here to talk about Draconians over here. Now, Draconians are kind of weird because they can't wear any armor. They're like the octopods, like that. Except they can't wear 8 rings. They can only wear 2 rings and the 1 amulet. But they do have natural AC from their scales. And at level 7, I think it's 7, they turn into a specific type of Draconian as opposed to generic sort of brown, immature Draconian over here. And these guys have a variety of special abilities depending on what color you get, which is random. You have no ability and no control to do that. It's worth noting the purple ones are particularly good at magic, but everyone else is fine. They all tend to have specialties and things like that. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to play as a Draconian here, and again, they could really do everything. Like, they don't have Wizard as sort of a recommended background, probably because of just the generic -1 to spellcasting or something, but, I mean, you could start with sort of a generalist spell book over there. Fire Elementalist is really good. It's mostly it's sort of less about the fire spells. Remember, by the way, your background has basically no impact whatsoever on what you'll be in the long run. This just determines your starting gear, which, you know, as a side effect, does tend to impact how you're going to build in the long run just because of whatever, but it's not actually boxing you in anywhere. The Fire Elementalist starts with a book that's got Conjure Flame in it. That is really good for blocking hallways and making you fairly survivable. The other thing, early on, basically there'll be nothing immune to your fire magic except for the red imps. Air Elementalist is really, really tempting. I like lightning stuff. It's very cool, and we might do that. But I want to make a point. Venom Mage is super strong. Poison spells are incredibly strong early on because I believe the base... I guess it's Sting over here. The base spell that you start with as a Venom Mage is sort of on par power-wise with a lot of the other spells, except it also poisons people, therefore it can do a lot more damage. The problem is undeads and various other demons and things like that will be immune to poison early on, and that can be really bad. I'm thinking about going Air Elementalist because lightning spells are kind of fun, and it's a little bit different. I think Fire Elementalist is stronger and safer at the start, but we're going to take Air Elementalist because it's going to be cool. So we're going to do that. We've got our initial abilities to pick over here. It's interesting to turn stealth on. I mean, I guess because as a spellcaster, stealth can be handy, and we don't have a negative to stealth, but I think we're going to turn that off. Dodging, we've actually got a -1 to. Fighting, we've got a +1, which means we will get a fair amount of hit points from... we'll be able to level up fighting fairly easily and get our hit points from that. Fighting will probably be our primary defensive attribute, and we will be turning it on. I think early on what we're going to do is we'll focus a combination of conjurations and air magic just to make sure our shock spell remains consistent. We'll leave spellcasting on for now as well because I think I'm going to want to learn a lot of spells. You know, if you're going to be a spellcaster, like, I want lots of spells. It's cool, right? It'll also bring down the hunger requirement and give us a little bit of a boost to, I don't know, our spell power, I think, and stuff like that. So we'll leave that on. Possibly the entire game, just to get the generalist stuff. We'll see how it goes, but we'll leave those two on for now. Let's take a look at our initial spells. So Shock is what we've got loaded in here, currently sitting at a 10% failure rate, which is, we want to bring it down a little bit from there, which is why we are going to focus Conjuration and Air, which are both schools that help this out. It gives us a little bit of hunger right now. That's not really going to be an issue. Like, honestly, I could live with that hunger for the entire game. It will be nice when it's hungerless, but it's not really a big deal. It is fairly silent, which is good. And I believe the range, I think it starts at this sort of max range. I think this is the fullest range. I don't think it fills any more hatch marks or anything like that. It's like, as far as I know, I think it's like a full screen spell. It's got really long range. Although, we're going to want to abuse the fact that lightning spells bounce to try to double zap people whenever possible. We can get more description, I think. Ooh, not that way. I think capital I and then A. We'll get the description over there. Bouncing bolt of electricity, it partially bypasses armor. So it's a little bit weird to me, from someone who's got, say, a D&D background, to think that armor, AC rating, does, like, help defend you against spells. An evasion rating can also help you dodge, which seems fine, but the fact that armor protects you against spells is like, why, what? So electrical spells ignore some amount of armor, so it's going to be a lot more consistent against things that have high AC. Let's see, what else we got? The rest of our spellbook, for example, we've got Swiftness, which is kind of a mini haste. It speeds you up for a little while, and then you get slowed down afterwards. It can be good for an emergency escape, so we'll consider that. Static Discharge is also interesting. It zaps a bunch of electrical charges all over, but they sort of bounce around randomly and can hit yourself as well. Once we get our Elec, it's going to be a perfectly fine sort of point-blank AoE, like it's going to be centered on us, but it'll be good when we're surrounded by stuff, but we're also a little on the squishy side. So I don't know, if we get some Arlec, it might become viable, but I don't know. Airstrike is very powerful. It is, what do they call it? Smite targeted or whatever, so it's not a beam, it's not a zap. You just, like, you see someone, you airstrike them, like that. It means, I believe, it can't be dodged either, so it always hits, assuming you don't fail it. It does decent damage. It actually scales up pretty aggressively too, and it is particularly effective against flying enemies. I believe it's typeless as well. I don't believe it's lightning damage. I think it's untyped damage, so it can just damage everyone all the time. And it can become a really good, just staple weapon. So that's going to be all right. We got a ration here. Of course, we don't, because I'm playing on the trunk build, we don't have a spell book in our inventory. Instead, it's just added this sort of list of spells we have seen, you know, as sort of a library. I don't know. whatever, pieces of paper are fairly light or something like that. So we start in a room with no real vision. Hopefully everything's going to be okay. I am going to set up a macro by hitting the tilde key, hitting M, hitting the 1 key. I was going to say we probably already have it set up. This is a different macro. We have to hit Z to say that we want to cast a spell. We want to hit A to use the spell in the A slot, which is our shock spell, and we'll put them in a period over here so that it does that. However, we will be manually targeting the spell quite often, and the reason for that is that we can bounce our lightning bolts. We could actually probably give an example now. So, capital Z A. So, if I... Oh, I hit the wrong key, so I actually cast it, which is what I meant to do. Z A. There you go. You see how it turns to bright yellow over here? It goes from pale yellow to bright yellow. A bright yellow area is an area where the spell will bounce and things in there will hit twice. And in fact, if I do this, there's a chance I'm going to hit myself. But you can see there's like different ways to cast if you actually target a wall, like here. This bright yellow area right here is going to be hit twice by the shock spell. So manual targeting is going to be kind of valuable. What I do want to do is turn on for now. Oh, it's not yet recognized. I want to pick up needles, sling bullets, possibly stones as well. Because we might want to sling things early on. It can do a lot of damage and be fairly good. We'll also perhaps just want to toss stones to get people's attention and pull back. Although, with our spell being mostly silent, it's going to be fairly safe. So here, there's no way for me to get a bounce on this rat, so I'll just hit the 1 key to zap it and fail to cast it. Okay. We kill the rat. Good. And it's worth noting we only have... there we go. We only have 3 max mana right now, which is not very much at all. Okay, kill the rat. Rest. This goblin is armed, so he, like... You know, everyone does base damage, and the fact that he's armed means he'll do a little bit more. I don't remember what the damage of the dagger is. We can probably kill him first, but it's not without risk. Although I can kite him around this sort of long pillar over here, or even the short pillar. I think we're going to be okay. I'm going to zap, miscast, zap again, and fail. Or rather, miss him. So, oh, I screwed up there, but we've got another pillar. Luckily that guy didn't wake up. So, I bet you I can double zap him. There it is. Brump. And that didn't kill him. The pillars with the diagonals and stuff like that, it can help you break line of sight a little bit and just generally screw up people's ability to attack you. I'm going to wait for a second mana point. There it is. They can still get a burst of speed and catch you, so even if you're doing this to someone you're as fast as, or maybe even slightly faster, there's a chance they can still hit you. There we go. We killed you. That's a regular dagger. I mean, I guess I'm going to pick it up just in case. But not really looking forward. Now, there's an argument that maybe I shouldn't be auto-exploring here. I could maybe be doing it manually. I don't want to wield it because there's a possibility that the dagger is cursed. I just wanted it as a just in case. Now, I don't think there's any way for me to double zap this guy with these angles going on. If I did bring him into the corner, though, then it'll happen. See, right here, I can target the wall behind him and zap him twice. Or possibly miss once and then hit him the second time. Did something about the look of my character change? Am I suddenly wearing pants? I don't know why I look the way that I do, but it feels like I'm looking different. Okay, more stones, more scrolls. Bug here. Okay, I was gonna say, sometimes they can have a bit more hit points, but I think it'll be okay. You've got that. Oh, hello. Zap. You're barehanded, which is good. I'm just gonna get the second point of mana, and the reason I'm doing it is if I only hit him once, although if I go here, I can zap him. There we go. If I only hit him once, there's a chance he won't die, and then he'll regenerate the damage, and then by the time I get my mana again, we'll be in basically the same boat. Hello. I'll throw a stone at you. And no, I guess I can't double bounce you here. There. Anyway, if you're playing a magic caster class, running around pillars is a really important thing to do to sort of avoid dying, or to give you a chance to regenerate. You've got a dagger of venom. Now, that could be cursed. I don't think I can do a wall bounce here, or can I? I can wall bounce myself. I got 2 mana, or 4 mana, right? Because they leveled up. There we go, we're good. It could be cursed, but the thing is, wielding a cursed weapon isn't really a problem, because if it just really sucks to hit, then it doesn't, oops, it doesn't affect my spell casting. Like, it's not a problem. Where's the Dagger of Venom? Here it is. So I wield this. Yeah, so +0, so it's not cursed, just non-cursed. Poison damage is huge early on. Also, the Dagger's got a really good base swing rate. Oh yeah, still 9% failure. Short swing time. So even without leveling up short blades, which we're not going to do, it should be fairly speedy enough and give us a good backup weapon. Alright. Stairs, chunks. I'm gonna go and zap you. And you can see it, like, I can basically zap as far as I can see. Now, I do have a second spell slot. I may pick up Swiftness as an emergency button. I probably should. Where's the ooze? Let's wait a little longer. There you are. There. Double zap. Done. Nice. Yeah, I'll memorize Swiftness. We are going to want to get us a little bit better at it to be able to cast it reliably in case of emergency. I don't think we're going to study Charms, especially since we have a negative aptitude to Charms, but it will get better with Air Magic, which we're going to keep going. What I'll do maybe is I'm going to set... just end up with a round number, because this doesn't matter for these skills. The incrementals are still giving you a boost, but just to get a round number, I'm going to say something like, okay, we'll stop Conjurations at, I don't know, like 4. And then we'll just keep working on Air Magic. If 4 is not super close, we could go full focus on Air Magic, but the Conjurations is still a little cheaper. Yeah, I'll do something like that. That's a lot of stuff. Now, again, with manual targeting, here's what I can get. I can hit this guy, and by default, the game will often try to target a tile that will let you double zap automatically, but not all the time. So in this case, hitting just one would result in this, but I'm still worth manually checking. So I'm going to hit the slug, and I'm going to double zap the lizard, which I think is a pretty good start. And I simply miscast it. Awesome. Let's try that again. Did I miscast twice in a row? 8% failure rate. I mean, it's not like 8% is the lowest, but still. And what's annoying about this is that's awake now. Okay, that's good. Someone's calling me on the phone, but it's not someone I know, so screw you. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to here, because if I do that, I think... no, you didn't get into a double zap. If you get here, I'll be able to double zap you, but the Dark Slug can shoot you. Still, I'm going to wait. There it is. A bit of a risk, but not really. There. So this is going to be a little slower than playing the Deep Dwarf, because we're really going to have to be a little bit more careful about our positioning and what kind of encounters we take. Because even when we get strong, we're going to stay strong by virtue of... oh yeah, we can wear gloves. I don't think we can wear a helmet. I think we can wear gloves and boots as a Draconian. This could be cursed, but... I'll tell you what, wait a little bit before we put it on. What level am I? Oh, we're still in D level 1. Yeah, I'd rather not read my scrolls yet. But I'd also rather not die. Technically, is 1 win a streak? Then, if I do that, I'm likely to hit myself, so let's avoid that. Yeah, so I won't be able to double zap them, but at least if I do this, I'm not going to zap myself. There's sort of a maximum bounce distance. If I do this... there we go. I think with the bounce, it only goes like 3 extra tiles or something. So... I didn't zap myself there. We are going to only raise int on this character. Because we are... well, I mean, probably. Because int has a big impact on spellcasting. More power, more magic. I think more spell slots as well. Lowered failure risk on all spells. More int is just going to be fantastic. We would love Dex, of course, for evasion, because we're not going to be wearing heavy armor. So Dex would give us really good evasion, especially if we boosted our dodge, although we've got the -1 aptitude for dodge. And strength could give us the ability to wear, I mean, not heavy armor, but some armor. Oh, no, wait. We don't wear armor. We're Draconian. So, yeah, no strength, never. Except for the fact that there is going to be, when we level up, as a Draconian, I'm trying to remember, I think, is it 50-50 between gaining a point of strength and int? It might be a possibility of gaining any one of the strengths. So every now and again, we will just gain a stat boost from level up as a Draconian that we didn't get to pick. And I'm not sure what category it can be in, but I think it'll be okay. Scales grow tougher. I guess I forgot to look at our innate abilities. As a Draconian, as a young brown Draconian, you start with an AC bonus of 4 by itself. We just leveled up, and so our AC went up to +5. So we have 5 points of AC, even though we are otherwise naked. Cannot fit into any form of body armor, and as a lizard type thing, we are cold-blooded, can be slowed by cold attacks. So cold attacks are particularly bad. If we go and get at least 1 point of cold resistance, that will negate the ability for a cold attack to slow us down. So that's going to be a pretty important item to get, maybe more important than we normally would care about. Shock, shock, shock. Grab you, we're slightly hungry, so I guess I don't have any chunks. We'll manually target this to confirm that, yep, I can go ahead and zap them both. Zap them both. I don't think there's any way to... Oh, no, there is a way to double zap over here. Boop. Boop. There we are. Excellent. So we're hungry, but we got some chunks. Yeah, I'll zap you. And you. And wait. I was going to say, because I don't think the kobold died. And wait a little longer. So we should talk about gods. Vehement and Sifmuna are the... Ooh, let's drag you up. Now, I don't have any R poison. Come on! Okay, that was... I'm badly poisoned, that's true, but I had a fair amount of hit points, so we're going to be okay. That took us way too long to kill that guy than I would like. Yeah, so Vehement and Sifmuna are the two sort of most wizardy kind of gods. Vehement gives you tons of bonus to conjuration and like destructive type magic. You get increased range with your abilities, and he can gift you with extra destructive stuff. And I think you can get mana back when you kill someone. Whenever you kill someone, maybe only with certain types of spells, you will get mana back. You're very annoying. Let's drag you up and move you this way so that I can... It's not double zapping? Really? Okay. And you know, so that's not bad. Sifmuna also gives you the ability. He doesn't give you free mana, but he can give you a free spell when you're otherwise out of mana, which is pretty. It's similar and it's pretty good. He also will gift you with actual spell books. You can learn lots and lots and lots of spells over time. And I'm kind of interested in taking that route rather than Vehement. So we will see. Do I want to go back? Let's go down this there, over here, and we'll just zap the slug. There we go. That should be pretty okay. So we haven't used our dagger yet, which I'm pleased that we haven't had to. Kill the rat, okay. Gonna be very important to try to make sure we rest our mana. Did I fail twice again? Oi. And a double zap there, which was not automatically happening. You hiss angrily. You did. Let me pull back a little bit here before we keep attracting everyone. Again, our spells, this spell is fairly quiet. I do have spell levels. I guess I'll memorize Static Discharge. Although, again, using it is a little risky because we will damage ourselves. But if we are in a situation where we're surrounded and we have no real escape, it might be best to try to kill everyone. Miscast. Seriously, though, like... 6%. I mean, we are casting the spell a lot, and at least it's not like we have a dangerous miscast level on this. Horrible things aren't going to happen from the miscast, other than a little like contamination. But still, this is our damage output here. Okay, I'm going to back up because more things might have been awakened by the shouts of our combatants. That's a little scary. I'm going to pull back and hope to not face the snake. And I think if I can't get a double zap on him. That will be a double zap there, though. And we probably would have been able to kill him with the mana we had. Just by spamming the spell anyway. But, oh, see, now that's... I guess I'm going to hit you. Okay, you're poisoned, which is good. There you go, you died to the poison. Level 4! Nice. So, yeah, it's not possible for us to learn Airstrike because we're level 4. We don't have enough spell slots right now, and we'd have a crap chance to hit regardless. Okay, we got wands, which I guess get auto-ID'd. Oh, it was random effect. Okay. Do we have any useful wands? So we have 2 rings and the gloves. we will probably attempt to check our scrolls on this level. You know, it's sometimes nice to wait until level 4 because it gives you the ability to, if you get magic map, you can find the temple a little bit easier, but it doesn't really matter. It's not like, you know, you're going to find it regardless. So we're going to go ahead and read you. That was a remove curse. Okay, excellent. Now, I possibly could have assumed I had a remove curse with everything I had, but if we put on a cursed object and it turns out we don't have remove curse, that would be bad. Now, the minus evasion isn't the worst thing, but we are going to still go ahead and read remove curse over here. And then we are going to drop the curse ring of evasion. Okay, I will still wait to read anything else, but I had all these things, so I wanted that. Now, the ring of fire is interesting. It gives you R fire, it gives you minus R cold. It also gives you an increased ability to cast fire spells. I think we're going to take this off. We'll hold it just in case we need the fire resistance, because we're not really doing fire spells, so it's not that helpful. And going around with our neg anything is very scary. Now, again, our shock spell is pretty quiet. Oh, but that guy will bark when stuff happens. And the jackals tend to run in packs. They tend to be a particularly... I should have picked up a scroll while I was there. Well, although spending any time in view of a creature can wake it up. So anyway, the packs are a good way to get a spellcaster killed early on. Because while individually they're not that dangerous, you can just sort of, run out of mana while fighting them. Alright, if that's one orc, but orcs often run in packs as well. Shift A. If I do that, okay, I will be able to double zap something that comes in there. I will still shoot you there. Shoot you again. Okay, got you killed anyway. You're going to try to do stabby from a slightly longer distance. Can I still double bounce here? Yep. And miss on both. Okay, good. We're going to wait here. Where'd that guy go? Well, that's another guy. He's unarmed. Okay. We'll just wait here. Nothing so far. Interesting. There's that guy. Can I... No. No double bounce. Here, though. And he is going to stand there, because he can stab me from that distance. Wow, that, okay. Let's just... Oops, I should have moved diagonally there. Now, here, I can zap and hit everyone in a line. Holy cow, that worked out really well. That is the other really nice thing about these lightning spells. Is, like, the double bounce is nice. The hitting people through things is also good. This guy barks. He might be alone. I'm gonna rest some more. Okay, that's just the worm that got woken up. Who's really slow. Hopefully I'll get a point of mana for the double over here. Boom. Well, we did zap him twice, but he's not dead. Let's wait here. I got 1 point of mana again. Nope. And you can see he's regenerating health. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I have at least a couple points of mana. And what I'm hoping to do, is I was hoping he'd stay there long enough for me to get 2 double zaps. Okay, I might have to wait for even more mana. Oh, clever girl. Yeah, let's do that. I guess I could just go up the stairs. It's nice that the worm is so slow. Alright, double zap. Double zap. There we go, finish him off. Full mana should be okay here. Good. Seriously, what's our 4%? I mean, we're casting it enough that we will notice the failures. Do that to kill both. Well, I meant to say hit both, but apparently I did indeed kill both. Zap the goblin. More scrolls. Okay, yeah, I can get rid of the exclusion. So it's X gives you this cursor, and if you mouse over something and hit E, you can exclude it. But first it does a big zone, then it does a single tile like this, and then finally goes away. Double bounce. Zap, zap, zap. Okay. I found 2 altars. Neither one of which. Sifmuna will be blue. Okay, so, yeah, see, they're often not alone. Can I zap more than one thing? I guess I can do this. Oh, this continues to get a little scarier here. But, since I can keep hitting multiple ones at a time, it wasn't too bad. And we would have had a little choke point there, which would have been okay. Oh, another jackal. So another jackal pack. We do... Okay, that's not helpful, but I knew we'd probably... Ah! We keep miscasting when we have good opportunities for stuff. And I'll just finish them off with the dagger. But you can see these jackals, again, individually, not scary at all. But these packs... There we go. Really add up. Zap. Zap. Good. Take a look at, you know, so we got that second tick of power. Power for, like, damage spells, I mean, it is good. You will do more damage based on your power, but a lot of times it doesn't scale up that much. Like, the base damage is kind of fine. Power rating is much more important for spells that are, like save or die kind of spells. Like, either they work or they don't work, in which case you really probably do want to work your percentage as high as possible, which is a factor of power. Okay, Conjuration's level 3. So, since... Oh, Airstrike is pure air. Yeah, so I think it's good that we're going to stop doing Conjurations at a certain point. So at level 4, it seems fine. Remember, the cost to level things up gets more and more and more expensive as you go up in skills. So the first few levels of a skill, like going up to 4, is so cheap that you may as well do it in this case. And we'll want Conjuration for other stuff. But I think once we get to 4 and we sort of just stop and focus on air, that's going to be nice. Even, I could just stop it now, and I actually probably should. I like 4 because it was a round number, but we'll turn off Conjurations now. And actually, I'll remove the target entirely. Oh, do I have to say 0? Yeah, there you go. Just clearing it out doesn't do anything. So we'll remove that. So we'll keep spellcasting on because of general spell success, more spell slots, less hunger, yada yada yada. But we'll focus air magic. I think I might turn fighting on for now. Like this. I mean, we're still spreading around our stuff a little bit, but it means delaying when we can finally learn Airstrike. It'll delay getting its failure risk down low enough to, you know, be really castable. But we're killing things with our base spell, and we will continue to kill things with the base spell, and having a few more hit points from the fight will be nice. I'm going to zap you once and then run. I'm going to run this way because we should be able to get some double zaps. I'll zap you again, and then there you go. Boom. Double zap. Boom. Excellent. I probably could have killed them out in the open, although if they started getting any friends, as orcs are wont to do, then that would have been very scary. Enter teleport trap. Oh, that's okay. This level is basically clear. Good. Done. We're going to pop down a level. We'll go ahead and eat a ration. So we are developing a little bit more hunger still because of our shock spell. It's still not hungerless. So we're getting hungrier a little faster, but it's not really a problem. All right, so we're on level 4. Good spot to do some more scroll reading here because we can hopefully... Oh, well, okay, we'll enchant you, which actually isn't bad. We will hopefully get a magic mapping, find the temple a little faster, and then pick up Sifmuna. This scroll, there's Identify. Let's identify Potion. Degeneration. Let's identify more potions. Agility. I'd be really happy if we had one kind of healing or curing potion. Oh, there's heal. All right, that'll do. We will drop degen. I probably won't bother reading any more scrolls right now. Although it'd be nice to find teleport, which this might be, but I'll probably wait. Do I want to enchant my armor more? I think I'll wait until we find gloves or boots that have a some sort of built-in resistance or something of that nature. Bullfrog skeleton. 7 damage, can't use stairs. Yeah, that's going to be fine, because we can definitely retreat. And here's an example if we were a poison mage, where we'd have some issues, because we can't poison a skeleton. Yeah, we can't double zap here either. Okay. I can go until I run out of mana here. I don't think he's going to be able to kill me. At 7 damage per hit with the amount of health we've got. The risk was running out of mana, and then we just run up the stairs, because skeletons don't run upstairs. Still a little miscast there. I mean, even when you get to 1%, we're casting the spell enough that we will notice the miscast. More heal wounds. Very nice. Okay, Grinder. I think the answer is very no to you. You're not resistant to poison, admittedly. But you can hit for up to 11 and cause pain. There's also, here's the real problem, 59% chance of paralysis. And you have seen me. So this might be a good time to try to swiftness and run. There's a chance, of course, that we fail here. We also are very far from the stairs. I think I've got to. Okay, we feel quick, which is good. We're not going to be breaking line of sight, really, with this movement. And already our swiftness is starting to wear out. There, now we're officially slow. Still, the negative speed doesn't seem to last that long. Okay, I guess what we'll do is we'll go to another staircase. I'm going to read this. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, it's fog. Do I want to read the other? Because I'd really like to find magic mapping. Because if this level doesn't have the temple, I'd probably okay to just skip it as quickly as possible. Alright, I'm going to do it. I'm going to read the rest of my scrolls here. Okay, it's teleport, so we're going to move up the stairs. So, and then wait. That way the teleport will happen on a level that we've already cleared and we know is safe. That is a noise, so we're going to have to go to a different stairwell. Because otherwise it's going to pull too many people here. It's pulling everyone to the other end of the dungeon, which I guess might be okay for us. Scroll of Amnesia, not looking to lose a spell right now. Okay, Scroll of Magic Mapping. So, if we do Shift X... Oh, there it is! Good, good, good. And then hit the, like, the greater than bracket. So, you know, the go downstairs button. You can cycle through all the downstairs. If I do this, I might zap myself, right? Yeah. So, I will move upwards. Oh, you haven't actually come and fully noticed me yet. Oh, this is not good. So far as to say this is bad, although I can double zap you. We don't know what you've got. If you confuse me, that would be particularly poor. Now, I can do this and still double zap you, and I will not be in reach here. You went invisible. Of course, that will not stop us from doing that. Killing you. Nice. And then finishing you off. And I'm going to wait here. Okay, I was expecting an orc, not a snake, but there's the orc. Let's do this. We'll double zap the orc. We'll still single zap the snake. Except we don't have any mana. Well, that was our last mana. How come they're between me and the upstairs? This is all open, so I can go around this way and get back to the stairs that way. Please don't slow or confuse me. You've got a magic axe. It's very rude. It's of flaming, though, which isn't quite as dangerous as it could be. Okay, we're going to drag just the snake up. I'm going to move a little. This is risky to do with the snake, because of course he can poison you. Hoping to set up a double zap, like that. Okay, now I'll just stab you. I probably just should have stabbed you in the first place. Okay, how much? Oh, auto pickup. Actually, I'm tempted to just go down these stairs. I'm probably just going to drag, like, one, because it's... Okay, it's not bottleneck on both sides, but as I say, we'll probably just drag one orc up, which is what happened. I gotta move here so I don't double zap myself. Okay. And if I just look down the stairs here... Oh, right, it's weird. I gotta use the square brackets to look down. Yeah, this should be fine. The skeleton won't follow me up the stairs, so I'll just drag the orc over. Doubles up. Doubles up. The hand axe of flaming does not interest me. So flaming means you'll do an extra 0 to 50%, so on average 25% damage to whatever you hit, But it's on a low base damage weapon. The hand axe doesn't do a lot of damage by itself, and as a result, flaming won't do much. I'm confused. Okay, let's run up the stairs. Trip and fall down the stairs. Huh. You know what? It's probably better to fight the guy with the confuse spell when I know I've got a staircase. Actually, I might drag him up the stairs right now. There we go. Because at least if he confuses me, no one else is going to be around. And the last thing I want to do is run into him while I'm... Like, take another staircase and run into him while I'm not on a stair. Got that. We can't wear robes. We've got stairs. There's not a good place to set up double zaps, though. I bet you we can take the ogre. But it might be better not to. Also, I forgot we've got grinder in this level. So what I actually want to do is go here. We've got Sigmund, who then wakes up. This is not good. He can confuse me. 5 damage plus his scythe and various spells. I just want to get a oh no! Grinder. So I could read a scroll of fog to break line of sight. How does that help me? Grinder hasn't noticed me, which is nice. Although, I think Sigmund shouted, so Grinder might simply be coming in this direction. If I read... Okay, I'm going to go down... Ow. Here. And read fog. Ow! And... You know what? Where'd he go? Oh, he blinked. Now, he might still be coming back to this area. And Sigmund's still not very far away. I really, really, really want to get a god, so I don't really want to skip this level. But they're making it very difficult. Ugh. Yeah. Fine. Eat a ration. They're making it very difficult. Read. Oh, I don't have an identify for that. Okay, I'm going to peek down the stair. Because I want to establish that these stairs will be safe. There's a teleport scroll. Okay, that makes a big difference. I'm going to establish the fact that I can safely go down these stairs if there's a problem. Now, I got to get through the ogre if I want to get there, or go around, way around. Now, this staircase here, if I go up here, is this the staircase? No. Which I would have known. It's this one here, then. I mean, I could peek. So this opens up a few different options. I think this is where I originally saw Grinder. Get my mana. If you shift and then direction, you'll auto-move in that direction and then stop if you see an enemy or stop at an intersection. I'm not pleased to see you either. What I want to do is... Shit. Not get pinned in by this guy. He was slow. I figured we could beat him, get to the stairs, and just fight these guys one at a time. The priest in particular is bad news. I kind of wish I had another scroll of fog. I gotta get this guy out of my way so I can go down the stairs. You bastard. Ah, we're gonna drag 2 down. So, we can do some bounces. And we do have a potion of heal wounds. Gotta kill this. No! Why does it keep changing the target? Kill the goddamn priest! Stupid auto-target behavior. And I was using the manual casting. It just kept insisting that we should target the wizard first. Alright, more int. At least we got through this okay. At the cost of, you know, another consumable. Which means that when I get in an actual spot of bother, I won't have enough consumables for my emergencies anymore. Let's calm down and pray to Sifmuna. We'll feel better. Yes, we're going to pray to you. So right now we got nothing. But the first thing we're going to do when we get 1 star of piety is going to request divine energy to cast spells with insufficient magic. So the way this works is if you try to cast a spell and you don't have enough mana for it, you will cast the spell anyway. And there'll be a modifier. It'll be, I don't remember if it's like minus cast and plus cast. I think it's that. You will see a minus cast over here, which means we have used this god ability. And after a few turns, it'll go to plus cast, which means we can use this again. So whenever we're plus cast, we can cast like the most expensive spell we've got for 0 mana, and it's going to be perfectly fine. And then we'll get a bunch of other stuff later on. Okay, this could have been so dangerous. And yeah, I don't like the fact that we had to use that potion, but zap, probably. I might have wanted to drag him down, and I might have been able to set up a reflection a little bit better, but... Oh, I don't want to be on this floor at all. We're going to rest here. We're going to check the downstairs. Nice ring. We have removed curse, yeah? Yeah. So, we will put on... Oh, it's just another ring of fire. It's got different art, though. That's weird. No, sorry. I misread something. It's a normal ruby ring. There. I was like, hold on, no, the art thing doesn't make sense. Ring of Protection is very nice. That's some more AC. We actually got AC 9 kicking around right now. I mean, Ring of Protection +1 isn't terribly impressive. Now, we haven't actually found a sling, right? No. Okay. Which is a bit unlucky. I think that'll be fine. We'll go ahead like this. Yeah, as I said, we can't quite get a reflection there. There you go, Sif Moon accepted my kill. Got some zombies. Why didn't you move diagonally? Or why didn't you move straight up? Maybe there was another way I could have baited him to do that. So we could set up a reflection. Identify. I'm going to read that right away. Curing. That's a very nice potion to know. For the inevitable poison. Well, I guess we'll put a cut in here. Oh, plate armor that we can't wear. That's rude. And a wand, which is going to be very nice. Now, I don't remember. If we go here and we do this. Invocation. We do have a +1 invocations, which we're not really going to care about. Because Sif Munda doesn't use it. I don't think. Or maybe he does, actually. Because it's lit. You can call upon him for magical energy. New spells. Gift you books. I'd have to look it up. I didn't think he used invocations. No, okay. This one here, it gives you, you use it, and it gives you mana restored per turn for 4+ blah turns, where blah is based on your invocation. So higher invocation does mean you can regenerate more mana using this ability. But that's literally the only thing. So likely we won't bother training it, or we'll train it very little, because we're probably better off just having more effective spells than having more mana regen. Okay, so we'll put the cut in here. Thank you very much for watching, folks, and I'll see you guys next time.